They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. In Baton Rouge, a huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Here's the give off the left side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Jackson. He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
LSU trying to convert a fourth down. He might want another play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defense is
into the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes a handoff. It's Fletcher. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So first down here as they go back to work. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there. Can't make the connection.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing out-breaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there, and you just didn't see it on that play.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Wilson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
Makes the catch. It's Messer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And his offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, third down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This would be huge right before the half.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Grab near the marker, it's Lofton. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, 3rd down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. Touchdown, Miami! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 21 to Auburn. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. "90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll test the right side. There he goes!
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the 2nd level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
They'll leave it with him. Picks up the 1st down. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
looking for a crease. It's Berry. To the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. LSU lining up first and goal.
42 Spider. 4.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to fire on second down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Breaks into the open. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? Pulls it in on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Got it in the middle. It's Fletcher. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking down the middle. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Power football with the run. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to change this route. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. They'll line up for a second down play. On the option. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. On the ground, it's buried. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They're going to test the right side with this one. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got his man all by himself. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Quarterback may change this route. Johnson looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown LSU. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He stopped again, and they tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and have had 0 success. It's 4th down. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. Going for the marker on the ground. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdown.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fletcher. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Dropping back, it's Chadwick. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Ready. Back to pass. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go,
Blah, blah, blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
the AT unit on the field. And it's up and no good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Arkansas is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was calling the Hogs in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Johnson wants to throw it. Going over the top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
And they'll take over.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
And they can't make the connection.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Gets it out fast. Turning it on. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
If that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him downfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And as he throws, incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Got it. Touchdown, LSU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Backed up now, here's second and long. He's looking deep. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Dances away to buy time. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the...
Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Chadwick. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in, I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back, and going to get the quarterback.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Lofton. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. There he goes. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Caught in the backfield. It's Fletcher. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And it starts with the kick, right? You got to kick the top of the football, get a good bounce, get kind of lucky, right? Like it's got to bounce off the guys, and the kick team was ready. Pounced on the football, they got the ball and got some momentum.
22. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Using his feet to buy time. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Hauls it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Excellent coverage by this defense. They were locked on them like glue, and that's not even close to a touchdown, and the defense makes the stand. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
Throwing right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Johnson looking to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He's looking to throw. Here's the pressure. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Chadwick. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, Canes!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The offense gets the timeout, 12 ticks left on the clock. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Making side adjustments here. Johnson wants to throw it. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated.